Hey everybody, back with another Doomer review. If you haven't checked out the other Doomer update I just posted, we took a brief pause in video making for about 30 days to move into a fixer-upper and start working on a lot of the stuff that had to be done. So with that out of the way, I'm going to do a short and sweet Doomer update today on this article entitled "This is what a civilization ending feels like" by Umair Haque from February 3rd. And the subtitle of that reads, "We've had a premonition of civilization ending and it's driving us crazy." Now, what I really like about this article is it starts in with the question, do people seem to be getting crazier? Do people seem to be getting more irritable or angry or impatient? And all of those things are true. I found myself personally dealing with that on the receiving and giving ends. And I thought it was really interesting that he goes into these kind of conspiracies that are kind of unfolding. So essentially, with this article, as climate change and near-term extinctions kind of speed up, there seems to be this kind of parallelism of conspiracies that are also increasing and strengthening. So as climate change is getting worse, as disasters are becoming more of an everyday occurrence, more people are doubling down into these kind of conspiracy theories that allow them to rationalize everything that's going on. COVID was some kind of planned thing, or the people, all of the rich and wealthy people have this kind of scheme to depopulate the earth. All these kind of nonsense schemes. And I like that Umair touches on that. So one thing he notes about climate change and mass extinction gathering steam is that one of the first things that happens is the rich run away. That's what he writes in this article. And I found that very interesting because I distinctly remember at the beginning of the pandemic, a number of articles being released about different people that had $1 billion or something like that fleeing to their bunkers, going to New Zealand. I know the guy who owns and created Facebook has a lot of land in Hawaii, for example. So all the really wealthy people were scuttling away to their bunkers when the pandemic started because they believed that civilization was going to collapse at that point. And it almost did, but, hung on by the shoestring, if you will. So another thing that Umair points out that I thought was really interesting was people are grieving our civilization. And to me, that means, have you ever kind of talked to somebody about, things going back the way they used to be, either pre-mask or pre-pandemic or pre-supply chain disruption and shortages? We kind of reminisce about the old days. And that's basically grieving our civilization, because our civilization is already beginning to crumble and fall apart. And collectively, even people that are not aware of NTHE, they're grieving everything without even realizing it, being aware of it even. And the last thing that Umair writes about that I really think is fascinating is this death wish mentality. So that's basically the mentality of people that didn't get vaxxed or wear masks with regards to the pandemic, or people that kind of have thrown their arms up and basically said, well, we're waiting to die at this point. And this is people that don't even understand NTHE, and also some people that do, because I'm at the point where I've been struggling financially and not being, even with a bachelor's degree, not really able to find work that covers my ridiculous college costs and other bills. So I've basically been in that same point, kind of just getting done when I can before the blue ocean event happens, and then it becomes too hot to eat food or grow food to eat, And the last line I wanted to note here, sorry this is longer than I thought it would be, was that everyone was looking for someone to share the end with. And I really resonate with that line because I think a lot of the doom communities have that same kind of notion where we're all kind of looking for other people to talk about, and people to not look at us like we're crazy when we talk about how bad things are and how much worse they're going to get in the next few years. So Umair Haque talks about what a civilization ending feels like, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. It would be all of that right there. disappearing completely. That's what civilization ending looks like. So I don't usually do this, but I'm going to give this article 5 skulls. 1, because it's really short and sweet. 2, because it touches on basically everything about the Doom community with regards to having to distance ourselves from conspiracy theories like not climate change, and it getting too hot is not a conspiracy. It's what's happening. It's scary, and it's the younger you are, the more it sucks, but it's real life. We just have to deal with it at this point. Same way we have to deal with the supply chain and late stage capitalism basically collapsing on themselves at the same time that climate change is running away. So yeah, I don't usually do that, but 5 Skulls is a really great article. I think y'all should check it out. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found this information worth sharing. Have a great evening.